waiting room, folks. Take your snacks, get your coffee, climb on into this elevator. We're going all the way up to the 10th floor. We're going to explore some General Hospital. We're going to talk about this week's Christmas GH. 3 episodes out of 5 days.
Yes, just
Heck
3
yeah.
episodes. Just 3.
And mother, of course, it's never just us. This
No.
elevator is packed full of people. Chandra running in from the parking garage, sliding in through the front door. You can see her just across the waxed floors of General Hospital, sliding right in to the elevator with us. Rochelle is here, Sandra, Carolyn, Kelly. Who else? Michelle. Hello, Michelle. And Jeannie, Laura. Hello, Kita. And Sandra, right? Yeah, something. Hi, everybody. Hello. Cindis?
Hi, everybody.
Oh, Cindis is there too. Hello, Cindis.
Hey, everybody.
All right, you're here. Everybody's here. The gang's all here. We're all here. Sonny Corinthos' grand family has arrived. We're going to go up to the 10th floor. Take a look to the left. You can see Christmas. And you look to the right and you can see Elizabeth going, where's the digitalis? We used all the digitalis killing people. We don't have any digitalis. We need to order some digitalis before somebody needs it.
What if Sonny gets to the GH and there is no digitalis?
And there's no digitalis for Sonny, who needs his heart rhythm fixed.
Well, maybe they need to take his butt over to Mercy. I don't know.
Not Mercy. So, Mercy Hospital, we are in a jam. We might be medical rivals, but in this moment, we need your help.
So funny.
All right, so we got people dying of heart attacks, Ma. Okay, we got Sam passed away a heart attack caused by digitalis. We got Dex passed away likely because of digitalis. I don't think we've gotten to that announcement on the show.
I don't think they've confirmed that for us. But
No, I think it's pretty obvious. It's pretty obvious.
For everyone, it's obvious.
Especially Elizabeth.
Yes.
So we don't have that confirmed, but it's pretty obvious that he was taken out by digitalis as well, which makes me wonder, are they going to have any left? When Sonny needs to go in there, he's having a bit of a ticker issue. Mm-hmm. A little bit of pain going to bed on Christmas night.
Yes, he was kind of gripping himself a little bit.
Just a little discomfort, and then he moves on to bed because it passed just as quickly as it came. It's usual for us human beings. We're like, ow, it's fine.
Uh-huh.
Right?
Yes.
But you don't want to do that with chest pain, folks. Go get it checked out.
Ooh.
Go get it checked out, especially if it comes and goes for absolutely no reason.
On that, on that other show, that turned out to be just itching powder.
Right.
But on this show,
he's just allergic. He's just allergic to me and Santa.
It might be the real deal on this show.
Yeah. Hello, Keisha.
I'll find out on Monday or Tuesday, right?
Hello. Cindis wants to know, how did Lulu afford airfare? I'm going to put all of this Lulu complaints to bed right now early on, okay? Because I've seen it. How could she just woke up? How could she? This is Lulu, and I'm going to say it. This is Lulu fucking Spencer. You think she doesn't have a way to get a freaking plane ticket? Her dad is Luke.
Getting a plane ticket, it could be easily off camera, okay? Easily off camera. How many times did Tracy say that you could have online resources?
Yeah, all she got to do is just
off camera. She could have made a call to Tracy and said, "Hey, I need to go to."
Exactly.
And she wouldn't even have. And with Tracy, with their relationship with Tracy, she wouldn't even have to tell her exactly what it was for. She would say, "You told me you'd help me with Charlotte. I need help. I need X amount of dollars."
What about a passport? Send us. Once again, the answer remains the same. This is Lulu effing Spencer we're talking about. Right. Okay, she found a way.
She's had a fake passport for years.
And how long do passports last? No, really, that's a real question. How long?
10 years.
10 years?
10 years.
Then it's still good. The one that she had before she went in the coma, it's still good. Now, the only thing she has to do is explain why her face is completely different.
Now
that's the problem she's going to run into at the border. That is it right there.
Yes, that's the problem.
I don't understand why it needs to be updated. If they last 10 years, say she got it a year before, say she got it when she became a journalist, which was a couple of years before, it would still be an active passport to today.
It would be.
I think at this point, when we're like, how could she get on a plane? How does she get a passport? We are venturing into the hell do you care territory. It's a TV show. She went to go find her daughter. Whether or not she has a passport or enough money to do so is immaterial to her going to Prague to come across Charlotte and be discovered by Valentin. That's the important part of the story, not how she got there.
She's Luke's daughter anyway, you know. She's a pick. She can pick any lock. She can get her travel arrangements with just a moment's notice.
Oh my goodness gracious. Keita says, well, she just pulled her updated passport out of her butt. There you go. There you go. There you go. There you go.
And I'm Prague she went.
It's funny. Of course, we think about these things from time to time. I think about these things from time to time, but you're supposed to go, and then move on when it comes down to it. If you're held up on whether or not Lulu has a passport, or how could she have gotten the money for the plane ticket, you really are focused on trying to find something wrong with the show rather than just enjoying what it is that they're offering. Because these things are so minor. They're the littlest complaints. Her mom's the mayor. The mayor called the airline and said, you let my daughter on, and I'm going to pretend I don't know where she's at. I don't know.
I don't know.
I don't know.
But she made it to Prague, and she met Charlotte pretty dang quickly.
Yeah, they knew exactly where to go. They had a destination they had discussed. Clearly, there was conversation that she had with Charlotte off camera.
Serendipity Cafe or something like that.
Yeah, the Serendipity Cafe over in Prague, where Charlotte goes to read sometimes.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. And it was a charming little thing. We can see that Charlotte isn't exactly comfortable with being in Prague, but she also isn't comfortable with the idea of leaving either.
No, she can't leave her papa alone.
Haley.
Right?
Yes. But of course, Valentin. But it's clear that Valentin is watching Charlotte closely enough to keep her safe, to keep her from being discovered.
And to find her pretty quick after she sees her mom.
Yeah, find her exactly where she's at very quickly. I mean, we're going to assume it's like an hour of them hanging out, 45 minutes of them hanging out before Valentin shows up. And then, Lulu being a Spencer, being a thinker. Where did she get the tag, Mom? She just woke up from a coma. How could she get a tracker tag to put in Charlotte's bag? I just don't understand. How could she have had the time and resources to do such a thing?
Well, she got Carly.
She's Lulu effing Spencer. That's how she got one.
That too. Okay. That too.
Okay. Yes. She stopped at Target on
the way out. And she got that thing in the bag. And I don't think Valentin saw her do that through the window.
No. I think that the assumption
she was able to get that in the bag, in the backpack, knapsack, whatever it was, before Valentin was in the window watching at the end of.
Yeah, I think the idea was that she. I think the idea was she. Where he walked up to the window when we saw her because Charlotte was just like that. Oh shoot.
Yep.
Oh shoot! There we go, Cindris. She got it in the same place as the cash and the passport. Now you're thinking like a 10th floor podcast host.
There you go.
Now you're thinking like a 10th floor podcast host, where you take these questions and you say, screw it.
Well, there's going to be a big confrontation between Valentin and Lulu on Monday or Tuesday.
I mean, there's going to be a confrontation. I don't know. So yeah, it'll be big plot wise. I don't know how loud it's going to be. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because he could be very much like, oh my God, Lulu, you're awake. Holy crap. You cannot be here. You're going to wreck this for me and Charlotte. Which she kind of already has because the WSB was following her.
Yep.
Brennan, the complicated hero, Jack Brennan.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. He knows far more.
Isn't he?
He knows about everything that's going on in these characters' lives, but is not letting them know that he kind of really knows what's up.
Yep.
Now, I hate to bash everybody's Jerry Jack's boner. But we're too far into Jack Brennan's history with Anna and how they knew each other as young people in the WSB and the whole pikeman thing and blah, blah, blah. We're too far deep into Jack Brennan knowing Anna so well for him to be Jerry Jacks. Unless they pull off a Jerry Jacks has replaced Jack Brennan type of thing. But they would have to get over the old relationship
completely and changed his face and all that.
Yeah, again, but Jerry Jacks has done that. The main issue that I find with Jack Brennan actually being Jerry Jacks is that we lose the Jerry Jacks that we got.
It's true.
We don't have a Sebastian coming back unless Sebastian comes back and is like, no, I'm Jerry Jacks. And he's pretending to be me, pretending to be somebody else. Hey, Vita.
That would be funny. That would be funny.
Kelly wants to know
No,
if you need
I've never thought he was anyone other than Jack Brennan, actually.
I think he's Jack Brennan. I don't see the need to make him a Jax. I think Jack Brennan himself is fine.
I really don't. I know that a lot of fans think he's pretty special and he's attractive and handsome and stuff. And I don't see the allure of Jack Brennan. I guess he's just not my type. And I'm surprised that I don't know, Carly's fallen for a Australian accent and man before, but I don't know. She seems to be a little too trusting of him to me. I'm kind of like with Jason. Like, what do you think? Why are you thinking he's so great when everyone's warned you? He's not. But she is attracted to a dangerous, mysterious man, though. She always has been.
Sindis is on the reality train today.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm here for it, Sindis, because I'm going to pull you off this train every single time you mention it. Plastic surgery can't change the voice and body type. You go talk to Sam McCall about thinking that Drew was Jason. And the first time that they got intimate with each other, and his Peter was not the same Peter that she had experienced before. But it's Jason!
Absolutely. I thought of that. I'm sorry, but you know what? Yes, they all have the same equipment, but don't look exactly the same.
No, all the Peters look different.
Face and we don't look alike.
All the Peters and Peters look very different from one another. And so, like plastic. I mean,
not like I've seen a whole passel of them, but I would think so.
You'd probably be able to pick it out of a lineup.
Probably.
Sin disagrees with you, though. She doesn't find the allure of Brennan.
I don't. And I know a lot of folks do because I've seen folks online. They really like him. I like the character. I'm okay with the character. I enjoy Jack Brennan a lot more than I did John Cates. And they came in around the same time. I enjoy Jack Brennan more. I don't know why Carly would just like him so quickly, and I don't see why Joss would think he was so great either. Because I don't know.
Because he is. Because he was great at Christmas.
He was great at Christmas, but I don't know. I think I would have more of a feeling, of course Anna knows him, but I think my first impression would not necessarily be, oh, he's a great guy, I can trust him. I don't know why meeting him, I wouldn't necessarily feel that way. I'd be like, we'll watch this one for a while.
See, but I think that you're also being poisoned by the fact that you've seen the conversations he's had on the phone with nobody else around.
That's true.
Everybody else really only has this helpful Jack Brennan who's there and helping Jason get out and sending the drones and all this, that, and the other thing, and finding the device that Carly left, but being like, just don't do that again. Like, he's done, he's been good guy Jack to these people. When it comes to Carly's been kind of fighting an interest in him since they first met. She was like, ooh, who's this interesting, charming guy that made me chuckle the first time we walked into Kelly's. Hey, East Coaster.
Physical attraction to one another. Both of them.
Yeah, they got attraction from one another. It was tense, but also at the same time, Brennan's early actions, while they didn't seem like it at the time, because they weren't written like that at the time, but afterward they were explained as he zip-tied her, he didn't handcuff her, he didn't kidnap her, he got her out of a dangerous situation and locked her somewhere where she couldn't continue to be involved. Which she has interpreted that as a helpful, he saved me, he protected me early on act.
Yes.
She was somebody that defended Jack while people were like, he's a dirty WSB agent. She's like, but he kind of didn't treat me terribly. He didn't treat me the way that you're saying that he is. So there's something more. And then he gets out of jail and now he's WSB, this, that, and the other stuff with drones and Jason and this and that. Carly has every reason to think that this man is the bee's knees.
Yeah, but she usually listens to Jason a little bit more.
Well, Not always. Not when her heart's
Not
starting to get
always, though.
involved, right? Her
I know,
heart is
not
starting to get
always.
involved.
Not always. I think Jason's going to wind up being involved with Sasha. I do.
Yeah, I mean, that's part of this 2025 preview that we're going to read at the end of today's podcast. Seems as
Mm-hmm.
though Jason and Sasha are definitely going to start heating up in Michael's absence. Keisha says, Honey Dip, of course. Hi, Keisha, Honey Dip. She says, our very first YouTube subscriber, by the way. The very
Yes,
first one
I
ever to click the
Keisha.
subscribe button. When Carly finds out that Brennan kept her from prison, which he did, her bloomers are going to drop. They almost smooch-a-doodled over at the end of Christmas.
Yes, yes.
But
If he
he
would
could
have,
have. He could have, but he
ah,
chose not to.
yes, yes, yes. He could have easily, easily. And she would have been receptive. They would have had him, but they got to save something for New Year's Eve.
Exactly. Those fireworks need to be smooched under. I like this. I like this. I like this. Who said it? East Coaster. Brennan is Port Charles' version of James Bond.
Yeah, he is. He's supposed to be a slick spy, isn't
He's
he?
supposed to be a slick, charming spy. I do think that Brennan is doing more good things than bad things, but he's doing good things in the secret spy WSB way, where he can't tell everybody all of his secrets and everything that he knows about them and all of the fires that he's got going on and all the irons that he's got in those fires,
Mm-hmm.
because he's going to wreck it.
Mm-hmm.
So he keeps things quiet.
Mm-hmm.
He knows more about Dex than was let on. Now that asks questions. Is he just being observant of Carly's family? Or was he more involved in Dex's life than we know of? Is he Uncle Jack?
It could be.
Has Dex... Now this is super fun. Did I talk about this last week? Or did I just talk to you about this in person? Let me know if I'm repeating myself, folks. What if Dex was actually working for the WSB this entire time?
I think you said that when you were home, babe.
Okay, what if he was working for the WSB this entire time, folks? What if he has been on a secret mission for the WSB to target Sonny? At first, we're going to want you to join his organization. Michael has sent out some feelers, and we're going to take advantage of this, Dex. We're going to send you to answer his call. And you're going to warm up next to Sonny, gather the info, the intel, and we're going to get him. Didn't really work out, really wasn't close enough. Maybe he did actually like Sonny too much. Maybe he fell in love with Jocelyn too hard and didn't do a great job at that particular role. So they said, okay, we're going to switch it up. Now you're going to go on the other side of the law. Try to gather evidence that way. Then he gets hooked, stabbed, whatever it was.
Stabbed there, right there in the right
By,
spot, next to the garbage can.
And then they go, okay, well, we also have a dead Sam McCall.
Mm-hmm.
We got something going on, something, something, something,
Mm-hmm.
so something, something, a something, something. We got something happening. So we're going to pretend like Dex is dead. I'm trying to continue to pretend like Dex isn't actually gone.
Now, I wonder with the Dex situation. Now, with Sam, it was different. Sam was a little, she was more in the recovery mode and she was sleeping more. With Dex, he was sitting up in bed, trying to smooch on Joss, talking to Elizabeth, talking to Isaiah, talking. He was fine.
Mhm.
Making phone calls.
Yeah.
It seems hard that somebody would be able to sneak up on him,
Right?
even if he was taking a nap.
Right. Because Sam was just out of surgery, so, she's
Right.
going to be more tired.
Yeah.
She just had her
Right.
whole liver taken out. She's got to focus on, dividing those cells. She got mitosis to do. You need to sleep for mitosis to be really effective and fast. So I can understand why she would sleep through Cyrus slinking in and out of her room. Plus,
Exactly.
when you're in the hospital for a couple of days, you start to kind of tune out a nurse that sneaks in to adjust your meds, right? So that makes sense. You're totally right. Like Dex was a lot more aware, awake. He'd just been kind of injured. He didn't have a major surgery. Like there's a reason why he would be a little more cognizant of what's going on in his room than what Sam was. So yeah, I mean, that could be a thing. The chat likes the idea of Dex actually secretly working for Brennan. And I steal that from a scandal plot that they kind of flushed down the toilet and didn't finish for those who liked Shonda Rhimes' Scandal on ABC, which was a good show for most of its run. Those last 2 seasons were a little... But hey, so famously, Olivia Pope is in love with
Hmm.
Fitzgerald Grant, who's the president of the United States in this show, as played by that bad guy from Ghost.
Hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Hmm.
But she has a second love interest because it's a primetime drama. You can't have just one love.
Right.
And it was Jake. Jake. I don't remember his last name, but it was Jake.
Hmm.
And he was an army guy, like deep army guy, like special forces army guy.
Uh-huh.
And at the end of one of the seasons, he goes, "Hey, mission accomplished," and then jets out of the apartment. And she's like, "What the heck?" And he's like, "My mission was you." Huh?
Hmm.
My mission was you. My mission was to distract you, to get you, to have you stop dating Fitz, to whatever it was, right? And he says, "I did that, mission accomplished." He walks away. End of season. And we're
Hmm.
like, "Oh my God, Jake was pretending the whole time." And by the time the season premiere comes around, it's like not the case anymore. And they're like still in love and stuff. And just that powerful ending of, by the way, this thing that we spent 4 years making you think was real wasn't. Was
Huh.
such a mind-blowing moment for that show that I want General Hospital to do that. Sorry, Joss. I didn't really like you. I was trying to get close to Sonny.
Wow.
I think that would be really compelling, interesting crap. Jake Ballard, thank you very much, Chandra.
Well, that would make that Dexter would be back soon.
I would like it. I would like it. I would like it.
I
Not her
don't
whole
I
liver,
don't have
Matt.
any
Just
that's
you're
for
right,
sure.
Kelly. You're right. Just a portion of the liver.
Not the whole dang
Not
liver.
the whole thing, just half of it. About half is all you
A
need.
sliver. Just a sliver.
Kelly, sorry, I was describing the end of Scandal, one of the season endings of Scandal, and I think that they can take that plot and give it to Dex, and I think it would be really, really compelling for him to be just on this WSB mission, and everything that we have known and seen of Dex has been kind of covered in a lie because of
Amused.
his mission to
But he really
corner
did love
Sunny. Oh yeah, he really liked her, but maybe not as much as he's let on. Yeah, I don't know. I mean,
especially in the
there's
beginning.
just yeah there's places, there's
Sure.
spaces, there's story to tell beyond that particular
Mhm.
one, but it would be really, really interesting to me. I don't know if it'd be interesting to
Does not
everybody
want Dex
else.
to be dead.
I think that Dex had found a place on the show and they never really fleshed him out, that
Hmm.
there's a lot more that they could have done with Dex. Like when they killed Dustin, I'm like, okay.
Exactly.
With Dex, I feel like there could have been, and maybe should have been, more to him.
Well, because they told us a little bit of the backstory, but didn't develop it,
Mm-hmm.
right?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. So, yeah, I think. See, even Keisha's like, Dex telling Joss that he was using her for the butt. I would love that. Yes, yes. And she was also wondering about Dex. I'm just saying that there is still a lot more to Dex that they could have done and could and still potentially could if, this is some just big super secret plot.
It's true.
And for some reason, I just really want GH to be able to have pulled off a super secret plot like that.
That would be fun,
Like when it
huh?
comes to like keeping Holly and Sasha, the information about their relationship, their familiar relationship, a secret, that's
Hmm.
easy. Okay, you make that decision. You don't tell anybody. You film it with just them and the camera person, because it was only two of them in the scene. Okay, you keep a
Hmm.
limited crew, film it at the very end of the day. Very limited people at the soundstage know about this development, and all you have to do is shut your mouth for 5 weeks. Then it's aired.
Yep.
If they can pull that stuff off more often, it would be
Sure.
really exciting, not only for us, but also for the people who watch it and then comment on the internet, because the people who comment on the internet know what happens well before it actually makes the airwaves.
Well, I think in January there's going to be all kinds of new arcs kicking off. Maybe that will be one of them, Matt.
Yeah. Yeah. I want it. I just want all
I
kinds of
wonder
fun
if
arcs.
I wonder if Sonny's going to have like a little I don't know, not AFib, little bitty heart attack. And maybe he'll really turn good.
So that's also a suggestion in the 20. I'm looking forward to the 2025 preview. I'm reading it at the end of our little commentary because that's also a
Right.
suggestion that comes up in this preview, is that Sonny faces something that really makes him consider the choices he wants to continue to make with the life he has left.
Mhm.
So here, and this, gosh, I'll just talk about it now. Why not?
Why not?
It's clear to me that Maurice Bernard wants to play a particular kind of Sonny. Because
Mhm.
they've tried a little bit here and tried a little bit there and tried a little bit here and tried a little bit there to bring a little bit more darkness and
Mhm.
villainy back
Mhm.
into Sonny Corinthos, and it never lasts. We got Anna and Laura hugging this man.
I know.
3, 4, 6 months off of them both confronting him in Ava's gallery, being like, "You're a piece of work, Sonny. Every
I think
good
that
thing you've ever said to us is not forgiven."
I really think though that they have some empathy and compassion for Sonny when it comes to his giving him some giving him some grace because his meds were off at the time.
Sure, I mean, they can absolutely just say, "Well, the meds were off. They all saw the light. You know,
Mhm.
everything's back to the status quo." You know what I
Right.
mean?
Yes.
Totally easily done that. Totally easily done that. But to me, it's more evidence of trying this and didn't work. Trying this and no, trying this. And Maurice doesn't want to. His energy isn't there. His enthusiasm isn't there. He's less pleasant to be around. Whatever. I don't know. I'm making stuff up at this point. Um,
I think Bad Sonny spills over and into his and how he interacts.
mm-hmm. 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 Yeah, it's entirely possible. I don't know. I know that he's talked about it on State of Mind, how sometimes his work can spill into life. And that sucks, and I wish it was different for him. I wish he's able to compartmentalize a little bit more, but it is what it is. So I do think that they've tried to bring a little bit more of a classic Sunny vibe. Okay, see you soon, Chandra. She's got to step away. She's probably gonna go like blow a whistle at a basketball game real quick.
Yep.
So, so I think that there is definitely an element of Maurice's interest in being the monster isn't
Mhm.
there anymore, and so they're
Right.
making Sunny constantly nicer, constantly so giving and generous in college and art, and here's the business, and you would have been great at that, and ooh, you're that I
Yeah.
think that they might actually and truly find a way to make him not be a mobster anymore.
They well, they're gonna have to make him compelling in some other way. If they don't, he's gonna be boring.
Because he's not, because really, if we really sit down and think about it, what has Sonny done that is mob centric over the last several years? And it's really hard to come up with. There's been some stuff.
Yeah.
He's had to protect his family from criminals,
Right.
but he hasn't done anything.
No, and
He
they're
sold diamonds that don't belong to anybody. That's not even crime.
hmm
Like, come up with something.
well, I think a lot of it is just you have to take it for he's a bad guy and they never have explained his dealings exactly. Um, his coffee warehouse is a front for something else.
Right, right. Of
So,
course, of course, he's smuggling something. Yes,
right.
yes, yes.
But I think
Yeah, yes.
a lot of his stuff that is just stuff that we have to take it for granted that he's up to something nefarious.
What? Yes, he's making his money. The bulk of his money is made illegally.
Hmm.
But when it comes to the stories that we've been watching, which is the only thing that matters, you
Hmm.
can assume this, you can assume that. Well, he makes his money off of this. Cool. But what
Right.
truly matters is the stories that they're telling on the show.
Right.
And the stories that they tell about Sonny Corinthos have not been mafia stories. They've been family stories. They've been protection stories. They've been illness stories. They've been dad stories, son stories, daughter stories.
The closest mafia kind of thing we've seen is his reaction to Dex when he put him on the hook.
And that was a year and a half ago now. I'm just
Hmm.
saying, it really comes up very seldomly, is my whole point. Not that it never comes up, but it comes up
Right.
seldomly. The
Yeah.
main story beats of Sonny Corinthos aren't his criminal dealings or trying to stay on top of it or
Um,
It's family, it's protection, it's safety,
yes.
it's emotion, it's medicine, it's
And
mental health.
most of the time it's because there's somebody after him.
Right, and somebody's after him. He's
Somebody
not
got
after
five
somebody.
families or something is after him.
But he's not after somebody though. Somebody's after
So
him. He's protecting his family. He's not hurting a
yes,
family. Like it's
yes,
like
yes.
it's pretty clear that Sonny hasn't been the bad guy in a
Hmm.
long, long time. And
But if some, yeah,
I'm just saying that they could remove the mafia element from Sonny and still have the exact same character that they do now. Because he would still
they
have
could.
threats. They would still want to take him out. Oh, I'm weak now. Or whatever it may be, you know.
Hmm.
Or he might not leave, but he can say, you know what, Christina, I've been fighting this my whole life, but I think you got it.
Hmm. Hmm.
Maybe I should give you a couple of responsibilities. Or he goes down with this heart attack, and she takes over some responsibilities because we don't have Carly there to be like, well, I got to step in, otherwise they're going to shoot Donna. You know, you don't care. I thought Maurice was retiring, says Carolyn. He might. I know that that's been out there in the rumor mill for a while that he's wanted to focus more on State of Mind than General Hospital. But the issue is State of Mind doesn't pay him as well.
Who doesn't?
Uh,
Not
I heard
even
once upon a
close.
time. I heard once upon a time that he was trying to get ABC to give him a daytime talk show, and ABC was interested, but they required him to have an actual doctor with him, and he didn't want that.
I heard that too.
So
I heard that
I don't
too.
know what the
That's
truth is
gonna
on that.
have, one of those shows that's on during the daytime, kind of a help you kind of thing, right?
Yes.
But they wanted there to be an actual medical doctor there.
Yeah, someone to
Psychologist, psychiatrist, somebody
right.
on the panel, and Maurice didn't want to do that.
I've been so busy talking, and the chat has been so active that Kelly's $10 holiday donation completely went by my eyes and I didn't see. Usually it even hovers above the chat for a couple of minutes, and it didn't hover above the chat. I'm so sorry for missing it. Kelly, thank you so much for your generous gift this holiday season.
Thank you, Kelly.
I appreciate you so much, and I'm sorry that I missed it.
But you didn't miss it.
Well, she had to remind me. She said, Sad
Oh,
Matt hasn't said anything about my contribution, and then is literally crying her eyes out in the chat right now. And
I'm
Kelly, I'm
so
so sorry.
that's
Kelly,
fine.
I'm also going to call the Canadian Postal Service and find out why they didn't get view what I sent yet. So I'll figure that out for you too, okay?
Are aren't they on strike still?
I think Kelly says that they stopped striking the day before Christmas.
Oh,
So I'm going to
okay.
call the Postmaster General of the great country of Canada, the Great White North. I'm going to call them up and I'm going to say, hey, Kelly over in Prince Edward Island is expecting something from the 10th floor, and you need to make that delivery.
Yeah.
I'll get on it. Morris still needs health insurance, so they'll be on the shelf as long as you can. Rochelle, what the hell? Oh, Maurice. Maurice still needs health insurance, so they'll be on the show as long as they can.
I heard he had, and I just heard this could very well not be true, that he has 2 more years on contract.
I guess we have a couple more years until this is really a conversation then.
He had 2 more years to go on contract.
Yeah, East Coaster. That's exactly why ABC wanted a doctor on the show. He says, or he or she, I don't know the gender of East Coaster. Maurice should be paired with a doctor on a talk show. It would give the combos more credence. That's exactly what ABC thinks. They don't want
Absolutely.
Maurice to say, you should take some antidepressants. They want a doctor to say, you should take some antidepressants.
You should go contact your physician and da 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 da. And
Right.
this is what you should do, and that kind of stuff.
It's all good, Rochelle. We figured it out.
Yeah.
Here, I'll read a Kaiwan here just to balance it out for you, Rochelle. I always assume that he gets money from broken and stolen products and CDs and baby clothes. So yeah, he's smuggling in CDs and baby clothes and just
There you
selling them at
go.
a low price to Target.
He's he's Gucci knockoff baby clothes.
Ooh, yeah, that's what it is. Louis Vuitton diaper bags, but it's not LV as the logo. It's just L and then a V, but the V is sideways, and so it's just two right angles that sort of look like an
Sort of, yeah.
LV. Oh, a couple of days before Christmas, not the day before Christmas. So let's be accurate there for those who are striking for better quality working conditions. over in the Canadian postals. Can you imagine the galoshes those guys have to wear? Goodness.
Galoshes don't even work. They use some waders sometimes.
Yeah, man. You need like something, anti-slip shoes,
My
all that
goodness.
sort of stuff. So Sasha's not leaving town.
I don't believe so. I don't think
No,
she's
no,
leaving.
she's sticking. Well, plus she's a big part of the 2025 preview. So, that
She's
that
not.
was that's just more bonding. That's more
Hmm.
bonding between Maxie and Sasha. They're going to be great, good cousins.
Yep, they are.
That's what it. Carolyn, thank you so much. See, now I feel bad because I noticed Carolyn's contribution immediately, and I didn't notice Kelly's immediately. And gosh darn it, you know what, Carolyn, I'm going to wait 10 minutes. All right, I'm starting our timer. Like sincerely. So let me do that.
Oh
Boom.
my gosh, you were
Okay.
so silly on the 10th
Okay.
floor.
Okay. East Coaster, that's the point. He needs to keep working to have the SAG insurance. I have to too. Yeah, man. Like, unless you got yourself some Obamacare, which is still only free when you're like desperate. Uh,
Yeah, my Obamacare went up a lot.
mm-hmm, mm-hmm,
All I had to do was
mm-hmm,
start collecting
mm-hmm.
Social Security, and my Obamacare went.
Kelly says that no one is really sure what the mob is moving illegally, not even the actors.
Exactly.
Yeah, if you were to ask Maurice, he'd go, I don't know, money.
He doesn't know.
To coffee.
They all say that. They don't
Coffee.
know.
I enjoy Maxine Sasha scene, says Laura. I do too. I like Sasha. I think that I keep on saying it week after week, and I'm going to say it until she's first on the flip. Sasha is a damn lead.
Yes, she is.
She has been graduated up to lead status.
I think she's been graduated up to lead status too. And when she starts her relationship with Stone Cold, she'll be right up there.
Oh, yes. Oh, yes. So that's going to be complex and complicated. And Steve Burton and Bradford Anderson had a conversation with Chad Duell on their channel recently.
Oh, did they?
Yes, and all of them are quite bewildered over this Jason and Sasha development. I guess old Stevie B was like, Chad, you need to come back to this set so you can date yourself a Sasha.
It seemed like, he was with Carly back in the day, in the very beginning. We're kind of in a relationship, and he helped her with Michael, and sort of was his father a little bit and lied about it and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And now I think he's going to do it again, but for the baby that he was doing.
Right. I get it. With soaps need to soap. There needs to be plot. I'm here for it. I'm sure it's going to be great. I think this iteration of Jason has been really interesting. The death of Sam has sent Jason on a trajectory that he could not have gone on if Sam was still around. And so if there is one character that is greatly benefiting from the departure of Sam, it really is Jason.
It is. And he hasn't lost his stone cold kind of vibe either.
No.
If he could have lit Jack Brennan on fire in Carly's living room just by looking at him,
he would have.
he would have.
He would have.
And he came busting in the house, beat the crap out of his brother. That was stone cold too. But now he's got this, he's got words now. Jason has words now. And I love his relationship with Jocelyn. He's kind of becoming a father figure to
He's
Jocelyn.
got a great with Joss. He's got a great with Danny. He's got a great with Michael. He's really like the amount of humanity that Jason expresses because he has to now.
Mm-hmm.
Like his whole I thought Sam was always going to be here. Like line was more a revelation than anything.
Yeah.
Like that reliance of I don't have to engage with my family all that much because they got Sam is no longer the case. And it really is very, very interesting. Lots of talk still in the chat about Jason and Sasha. I think, folks, this isn't going to be a real love story. I think this is going to be a fake one.
Oh, you think it's going to be a facade because of her pregnancy and she's inviting him?
Yes. I think that Michael is going to say, hey, Jason. Or Jason is going to see something is going to come up in which Jason feels like he has to claim it. But I don't think it's because he feels an attraction to Sasha and it's Jason Britt.
Like that.
Sure, but then Jason and Anna can turn into something, and Jason and Amy can turn into something, and Jason and anybody can turn into something. But I think that it's not going to
Oh, thank
be.
you.
I'm just saying.
I know.
I just can you imagine Jason and Amy? That would be irritating. Welcome back, Chandra. So I'm not expecting. Let me just say, I'm not expecting and predicting a genuine love story.
Right.
I'm seeing pretend. I'm seeing
Mm-hmm.
a cover. I'm seeing we'll occupy the same space, Robin,
Mm-hmm.
and pretend like we're raising this kid.
Right. Could be. Could be.
So that's what I expect. We'll see how it actually goes down. Because it's not like
Mhm.
he hasn't liked a younger brunette before. You know, they had the whole Brit situation. Um,
Yes.
there's commentary about, well, why does 50-year-old Jason get 33-year-old Sasha? Because there isn't another appropriate 33-year-old on the cast right now, and that's kind of a problem with GH.
Maybe.
Not
Maybe.
maybe, mother. Definitely, because I said it. You're so disrespectful. East Coaster agrees with me again. East Coaster and I are best friends.
Well, I'm enjoying it.
I'm enjoying it too. And now we can talk about something else. We're going to take a page from Kelly's chat book.
Okay.
People hated the new Emma from day one, which isn't fair. Give her time.
Yes, I agree. I agree. And I thought of, when we first had Nicholas Chavez pop on,
Huh?
people weren't pleased about him either.
No, they're like, why isn't Nicholas Bechtel here? Because he's too
Right,
young.
right.
Because they
And
aged up Spencer.
yes, they have given us a new Emma, and she has a different attitude, and she has, she's not little sweet Emma anymore. And if you think that she's a smart mouth, you think she's a liar. Um, if you think she's just a pretentious little thing,
Good.
right? She's that's what she's supposed to be. Um, yeah. And isn't it funny how her grandmother has been a pretty terrible sleuth a lot of times the last couple of years. But boy, oh boy, she got some radar on a grandma crank again.
All right.
She got radar.
I let Peter off the hook too much. This guy right here. I
Yeah,
let
but
him take evidence from my hands and throw it into a fire. I cannot let Emma do the same.
no.
So Emma's what she should. Emma's what a good soap character should be, where she's not a bad guy, but boy, she'll give it to you.
Mm-hmm.
She'll be up to something, but for the right thing. She'll have a secret. She'll go too far. It's good. I think what most commenters on the internet just want is to sincerely watch the same thing every day.
Oh, and they want their old Emma back. That's
Okay, but like they can't answer this question because they're not thinking about it fully. But what does that do for anybody? Emma comes back to town and she's really nice.
mm-hmm. Right.
Okay, who gives a crap?
Right. If she came back and just was the Emma that we've seen on the visits in the last, I mean, she can't, come on. No.
And she was just visiting. You're on your best behavior when you're just visiting, right? This
Yeah,
is
and now she
unsupervised Emma, senior in college, junior in college, whatever it is,
is.
gets a party.
Mm-hmm.
The party rages out of her control. That wasn't her intent. She wasn't trying to throw a rager. It just turned into one.
Yeah, it turned into one. Yeah.
And it was a good time. What can I say? It was fun.
Yeah.
Sorry I got expelled for it, though.
Yeah.
But she immediately registers with PCU, so she's not dropping out of college. She's actually going to a great university. It's not Berkeley.
No.
But it's not like they're like, oh, you're going to PCU on the show or anything. You know what I mean?
No. 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 But she's been lying. She lied to her family.
She lied to her family about it. Yes, because she's also embarrassed.
Mm-hmm. She lied to her family.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
I get it. I'm trying to avoid the hammer of Robin and Patrick coming down on me. Can you imagine the speeches she was given growing up? The lectures of doing the right thing.
Especially with Robin as
about
mom.
being honest.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my God. Gag me with a spoon, Mom. I'm not going to tell you I got expelled. Right?
No, I
I,
guess
I
not.
just think that there's logic here that people are being mean about. So I'm on Kelly's side. I'm with Kelly. Give the girl a chance to be
I
compelling because
like
so far she's great.
I liked her at the Rice Plaza. I liked the whole Robin Hood move with the wallet. I did.
Yes.
I like the Robin Hood
Yeah.
move with,
The Robin Hood. Oh,
yeah.
we stole some stuff. I'm going to give this cash to the lady.
Yep.
You
And
know?
he's still going to get his wallet back. He's not the wiser.
Apparently, Emma was partying with Tate. Tate lit a fire and had to leave his school over on that other show. They're in high school
Hmm.
though. Emma's a little older. I think it's great. I think that it's what Esme could have been if she wasn't so demented.
Yeah.
You know?
Well, Ryan just twisted Esme up.
Oh, big time, big time. You know.
Yeah.
So I don't think that Esme would like fall victim. Just thank you so much, Carolyn. Oh my gosh, Carolyn, you and your huge contribution to the show that we $25 whole dollars into this chat. Thank you so much, Carolyn. I'm so sorry I missed it the first time. Oh.
Thank you, Carolyn.
I would say that the biggest thing that Emma, the biggest faux pas that Emma
Mhm.
made during this whole thing is simply not tell Robin and Patrick what happened. Because if she
Yeah.
said, "Hey, I got expelled," then she could have been like, "My plans go to PCU. I'll just go live in Port Charles. Grandma's nearby."
Yeah.
All right, that sounds like a agreeable solution. Um,
She just did it.
yeah, she just did it. She's just in control of her own life.
Hmm. I think we're going to see Emma make some other mistakes as well.
She's young. She's figuring it out.
Hmm.
You
And it
gotta make
doesn't
some
look like
mistakes.
her and Jocelyn are going to be crazy about each other.
No, because Emma's already like twisting the knife and Jocelyn across the country.
Right.
Like, oh yes, I introduced Cameron and
Yeah.
Gretchen. Aren't they cute
Gretchen.
together? Oh, I knew they were gonna hit it off. I'm happy that you met them.
Yeah.
And she played it in a way too, where she wasn't like, I did that just to mess with
Hmm.
you. No, she
Hmm.
played it like, oh wow, okay, you met them. How aren't they sweet? Like,
Yeah.
it really was good.
Yeah.
They
So, Emma to take an opportunity to snark on someone that just lost their boyfriend. Emma's not a nice girl.
no, no, she's
She's
not
not going
super
to be a
nice.
nice girl.
No, she's not super nice. Kelly, so when my alarm went off, there all that cell phone flashing went in my face. And so Kelly goes, I thought you were having an earthquake. Not yet.
Not today.
Not today. Oh my goodness gracious. Oh goodness gracious.
I
What?
tell you what, Alexis and Laura don't want to have nothing to do with that Cassadine estate baloney, do they?
No, they don't. Okay, so yeah, so someone, not Valentin, not Nicholas, but someone
Mhm.
has made sure that the government knows that there is a new Cassadine.
Yes.
His name is Ace. And being the only living son. Well, maybe something happened when it came to Spencer, because Spencer's been gone now enough times without recovering a body for them to maybe take presumed dead to actual dead.
I would think so.
And
Yes.
that might have been the trigger
That might have been the trigger.
to get
Yes.
the finance government, whoever it is that's looking at huge estates like the Cassadines, to make sure that it's
Yes.
tight. IRS, I don't know exactly who. But maybe that was enough to get them to look at the family tree and the this, that, and the other thing. Nicholas is in prison. He's got one alive son, which makes Ace the Cassadine heir. Here's the thing. He's the Cassadine heir. He has access to Cassadine fortunes when he comes of age.
Right.
He's not the sole holder of everything that the Cassadines own. Nicholas, presumably, being alive, just in jail, still has access. His commissary's full.
They might have he might have money that he cannot access because he's in jail.
Right. I don't know what kind of
Don't know either.
access to finances prisoners have.
I don't know
But
either.
I would say it's
guess
not
if
it's
you
not
ask
up.
the Menendezes, they tell you.
Well, they've spent all their money on their defense.
Yeah.
But I'm just saying that it wouldn't be up to Laura to spend her mayoral salary on keeping Nicholas's commissary full.
Right.
Like, Nicholas should be able to do that with his Cassadine fortune because he wouldn't have lost that. He's alive. So I'm thinking this whole heir thing is just, well, when he comes of age, then he can then inherit the entire Cassadine estate at that
Yeah.
point. But for now, he's a trust fund baby. You can decide if he has access to his trust fund. He's just a full-fledged Cassadine at this point.
Yeah.
So I think
Laura
that,
could access money for him, but Alexis has to be the over,
yeah,
like,
so basically Laura as the guardian and Alexis as the trustee can together decide whether or not Ace has money for private school or an allowance or something from this Cassadine estate. Now, this is how I understand it. If there's some sort of like estate lawyer out there that understands how this is supposed to go and then translate it through the lens of soap operas, because it's not going to be real. It's going to be close to real, but not real. Let us know. Let us know. But that's how it's landing to me.
mhm.
Like, well, Ava can't have all of what the Cassadines owned because Nicholas didn't really have all of that because there's another Cassadine. I'm confused I've confused myself.
Yes. It is
But
all convoluted right now. It is.
but the main thing is that they have taken this away from Ava and given it back to the Cassadine family. And the
She
they
ain't,
is a
she
question
ain't
mark.
taking, she does not take to being poor, does she? And she ain't even poor, really. That girl ain't poor. She doesn't take to not having buckets of money.
No,
You know,
no,
like
she's always had buckets of money.
she always had buckets of
And I
money.
don't think we're supposed to assume that she can't buy a McDonald's hamburger. She just can't live the
Right.
lifestyle she's used to living.
Right. And she can't give Trina a fat Christmas check.
Right. And so it's like, can you imagine like the fat Christmas check could have been like $5,500 at one point, and now
Hmm.
she's going to give her a $5,000 painting instead. Like,
Hmm.
that's still
Right.
epic.
Yeah. But
Okay?
Trina said, go ahead and try to sell it and I'll give it back to you.
Right. Yes. She did because Trina's a good person. Because she
Trina is
is.
a good
It's
person.
probably all in a trust for Ace, says Chandra. I think that's pretty much what they said. That it's in a trust. Ace, Laura can give some of it to Ace if she wants, but Laura doesn't want the evil Cassadine money
No,
to poison
she
poor
doesn't want
Ace.
little Ace to feel like a Cassadine at all. She
No.
wants the only significance of Cassadine she wants to affect Ace is the fact that it's his last name. Period.
And if she could change that.
Yeah. He probably changed it to Spencer.
And Alexis is less concerned about what it's going to do to Ace and more concerned about just still being seen as a gosh darn Cassadine. Can you please stop
Yeah,
seeing me as a Cassadine?
yeah, she just doesn't want to be affiliated with
Please
those
stop
fools.
looping me in with those people.
Exactly, who would never
Please.
accepted her, always treated her like crap, and Helena killed her mother.
But
I have
since we're
nothing to do
talking
with those people.
about Ace, this has everything to do with Ace and nothing to do with whether or not I'm supposed to have this money.
Yeah.
Fine. Because of
Well,
Ace. Because Ace is
well,
little.
it does make sense though, because she is a Cassadine and she's a lawyer.
Yes. Charlie. I just explained Charlie. She's not poor. She just can't live the lifestyle she's used to having.
Exactly.
Okay? Now, my dad has this one, my daddy T, Santa T.
Hmm.
He's got this phrase, this piece of advice that he would dispense out, at least when I was a little older and once we switched internet to DSL. Um, and he goes, because we're talking about internet speeds and new advancements and this, that, and the other thing, when we could have that conversation. Now we're both just too technologically inept to even know what a Wi-Fi is. But back in the day when we both understood, we were talking about internet speeds and stuff, and he was working for AT&T at the time, and he goes, well, what's faster, a cheetah or a jaguar? It doesn't matter because they're both going to get you.
Hmm.
Same thing here. Doesn't matter. They're both going to get you. Yeah, whether or not I'm rich as a jaguar or rich as a cheetah, it doesn't matter because they're both dang rich.
Hmm.
They're both dang fast.
Right.
So I don't see Ava as poor and destitute and I can't pay my rent and what am I going to do now? I can't buy a taco shell to feed myself.
Hmm.
It's, well, you mean I just can't spend blindly at the Metro Court anymore?
Right.
You mean I can't get this huge feast of prime rib with dessert on top of that and just give a credit card?
Right. I
and
can't
trust that it'll go through? I can't do that anymore?
She can't go to the Metro Court, and we all know that there is such thing as a $600 and $700 dinner bill if you go to a swanky place.
Oh gosh.
Can't do
Kelly,
that stuff no more.
Kelly though, hopping on the realism train, wants to know, did Daddy T shave his beard yet?
No, but it was so funny yesterday. He trimmed it way back. It's not nearly as bushy as it was. He trimmed it way back yesterday, but he didn't shave it off. And we went to our grandson's basketball game, and our daughter showed up.
Uh-huh.
Little boy does not belong to our daughter. So our daughter showed up and she saw her dad a few seats down and she goes, "Oh, Mom, Christmas is really over." Daddy trimmed his beard back.
Oh.
He doesn't look like Santa anymore. Christmas is really over.
Oh, so this is Christmas. And what have you
But I tell you though, we
done?
have some really, really awesome pictures of Daddy T being Santa with people on his lap sitting with him and stuff. We do.
We do. We got to. And then my niece got a little Polaroid camera, so she took a picture of that, and it just looks straight from 1998, and I love it. Let's see here. Sindus says Ace is a Cassadine, and a Chamberlain, and a Weber. Oh, that poor child. And then Chandra says, hey, don't forget about the Renault Grey Roots either.
Right?
Oh boy. So
That
Ace,
poor kid.
the Ace and Wheezy phase-on relationship that's going to happen in 15 years after they've both been Sora's up to 25. Oh,
Oh my gosh, General
oh.
Hospital, you're still on the air. We have got to have how villainous of couple they could be, right? Weezy Faison and Ace Cassadine. Oh, my gosh. They'd even give Uncle Cyrus a run for his money. And probably Grandma Heather too.
well. Let's find out what's going to happen in 2025, Ma.
Okay.
Let's read this preview, okay?
Okay.
So, folks, over on TVinsider.com, they got the scoop. They talked to the writers of General Hospital to get a 2025 preview, something we haven't had in a long time.
No.
And I'm going to tell you exactly why we don't get this very often. Because as soon as this thing dropped, Twitter started to bitch like mad. So that's why we don't get nice things. All right. Lulu Spencer and Dante Falconeri. We're thrilled having Alexa Havens. Sorry to wake up your devices if I did. We're thrilled to have a addition to the cast. She's exceeded our expectations and brought a new energy and spirit to Lulu, and she'll need it. As we enter 2025, Lulu is determined to bring her daughter home and will pulverize anyone that stands in the way. Valentin can run, but he can't hide. Her quest to reunite with Charlotte will set in motion a game of life and death.
My gosh. Good thing Dante's in the way.
As for Dante, Lulu is as in love with him now as she was the day she fell into the coma. But his life is much changed. He's grieving Sam, and the family she left behind is shattered. Lulu can't even bring herself to tell him how she feels, much less intrude on his mourning. But the longer she wakes, the greater the chances that someone else will catch his heart. Or hers.
Or hers.
So, extrapolation. Charlotte's not coming home with Lulu. Valentin is going to skip out of Prague. She's going to have to keep searching for her daughter, up to the point where she's like, this mother effer, I'm going to shoot his ass the next time I see him and take my daughter back.
Yep.
All the while trying to not intrude on Dante's mourning, waiting for the moment in which it feels right to tell him, oh, by the way, I still love you. Mm-hmm. All the while, Mama, Cody's going to get progressively more naked around her.
Oh, I think so too. I think Cody's going to like himself some Lulu. He already does. He already does.
Goodness. Lulu kicked poor Rocco to the curb. Oh.
Well, he did have his feelings hurt a little bit. You could see it on his face when
Yeah.
she walked
Like,
away.
why you don't want to hang out with me on Christmas before going to find Charlotte? She's been gone a long time. Like, waiting another
Hmm.
week isn't going to
Yeah.
change anything, Mom.
If you don't, you go on the 26th, this would be okay still.
Yeah, I wanted, I really wanted, like, Stowaway Rocco.
Stowaway Rocco would have been
Stowaway
fun.
Rocco would have been great, but we just didn't get that.
Nope.
The Davis Women 2025 preview. TVinsider.com, folks. Get it straight from the source. Alexis works double time to bring her two remaining daughters together. But Christina's resolve to settle her score with Ava threatens to set back any progress and then some.
I believe it.
At the same time, Alexis must navigate a tricky situation with Drew, whose pariah status has him considering relocating with his daughter Scout. So I don't know how Alexis is going to get pulled into the Drew situation, so that's interesting.
I don't know either because I think legally Drew can take that kid where he wants
He
to.
does, but he's the town pariah right now. Is it the right thing to do? The
You
moral
it
thing
is.
to do? Is it going to blow up his political
I don't.
standing somehow? Maybe he needs a lawyer, and since Alexis is lawyering again, he's going to try to recruit her because he doesn't have
Maybe.
Diane. I mean, Martin has been around, but maybe Martin will get cold feet about it, given the whole, well, the Spencer connection to this is a little strong, and Laura is pretty still solidly connected with the Spencers, and this just might not be appropriate for me to represent you anymore, Willow.
Yeah. Maybe.
Because, Laura and Carly would have a relationship, even though Laura's still not a Spencer. She's still
Right.
considered a part of the overall
Big
family.
part of the family.
She's a big part of the Spencer family. And
Yep.
being Lulu, or being Carly's aunt for
Hmm.
a good period of time, and also being
For
the
a
mother of
very long
her,
time, she was her aunt
yeah,
and
it's
the
the
mother of her first cousins,
mother of her first
Lou and
cousins.
Lucky.
I would still have a relationship with my aunt that married into the family, no matter what goes on.
Of course.
So it makes sense to me that Martin might be like, I don't know if it's right for me to continue to
Mm.
basically go up against Carly's
And he
kid.
might be busy with everybody else. He being a lawyer and all over town.
Mm-hmm. Oh, more personnel. She's Scout's grandma.
Hmm.
So yeah, yeah. That's right. Alexis is Scout's grandma. That's
Yes.
exactly right. That's why she gets involved, because she doesn't want to take Drew to take Scout away. See, I forgot about all that. Sunny Corinthos 2025 preview, TVinsider.com. Sunny is hit with an existential crisis that has him re-examining his personal and professional lives. He'll be forced to make a big decision about his future, and anything that impacts the reigning mob boss of Port Charles will impact everyone on the canvas. Big Sunny story coming.
Big Sunny story coming. That's good.
Big overarching Sunny story.
And I bet a lot of that story will intertwine with something with Christina.
Big time. Because their bond hasn't been stronger in years.
Yes, they're gone.
I remember we watched the Christmas scenes of them on the couch before he had his little heart thing, and she left the scene, and you said, Maurice loves her.
Yep, I did say that. I did say that when you and I were watching. She walked in. I'm like, Maurice loves having scenes with her. Loves her. Loves himself some Miss Mancy.
Tracy and Martin are good friends. I like that. I like Tracy and Martin as good friends. I don't know about kissing each other, but I like them together.
I think we're going to see that actually.
Her father is not putting her
And that
first
will
as
give
Laura.
reason for Lucy to come back into the house and just be Lucy. It would be so fun to watch.
Sindis says the show is going to have to come up with something better than this in 2025 to hold my interest. Well, you know what, Sindis? Nobody's forcing you to watch this freaking show. If you don't want to watch it, you can turn it the fuck off.
Man.
Michael Corinthos' exit.
Yes.
Drew and sorry, Sindis. Drew and Willow's affair has Michael's family crumbling around him, but he doesn't take their transgressions lying down. He's ready to fight back when a shocking act of violence has his plans go up in smoke. Is he going to hurt Drew? Is Drew gonna hurt him?
I something's going to happen there. You know, Michael will grab a club and club you in the right circumstances. So maybe there's going to be a big old. Maybe there's going to be a big. I don't see like Drew beating the crap out of Michael. I don't think he would do that because that would set his brother on fire to come get his
Maybe that's
ass.
the shocking act of violence.
Maybe.
Jason and then Michael has to
Well,
leave.
he actually told him, don't give me a reason to come back and do
Don't
this.
give me a reason to do it again. So I mean, this is tied into Michael's exit, of course.
Mhm.
So is he gonna have to go to jail because of a shocking act of violence? It's not like we haven't known Michael to do a shocking act of violence before.
No, we have
He
seen him.
walloped a Claudia Zacchara real good.
He did.
Real good.
Hold her butt.
Real good. Carly Corinthos. Carly has her hands full when she takes the lead role looking after Michael's best interest. How far will she go to stick up for her son? Is she going to perform this shocking act of violence?
I have a feeling there's going to be a shocking act of violence with more than one person in the scene. That's for sure. More than one culprit, maybe.
Oh my gosh.
I don't know.
Oh my gosh. Maybe Alexis will move into the Quartermains, asks Skywant. Maybe? Be Scout's guardian.
Yeah, be Scout's guardian.
I've done that with Young and the Restless the last 7 months, and I've been watching over. See, okay, Jeannie. Jeannie just turned Y&R the F off. See? It's what you do. Maybe Nell Benson will kidnap Michael, says Kaiwan.
Wouldn't that be a twist? Well, you know, someone did mention Willow did get all indignant last week and mentioned when her name was mentioned, didn't she?
Did you just compare me to Nell? That's when Lucas did it. And Lucas giving her just a dragon that she deserved. I really liked it.
Yeah, I think yeah.
Listen, I care about Wiley. You mean I gave up Wiley? With no fight, by the way. That totally ruined my life and broke my heart for you to just be like, no, that kid's mine. No, he's Michael's. Give him back. As a person of adoption, you should. No, this is way freaking different, Willow.
And then Nina in there filling her full of crap. Good gravy. I don't think Nina is capable of learning anything from any experience.
No.
I really don't think she'd go right back to being stupid.
Good gracious. This preview's really long. Let's keep going.
Okay.
Let's see. Drew and Willow double down on their relationship. Stupid idiots.
You're gonna hit the nursery floor again, huh?
Oh yeah. We saw this week that it's love. It's love. We love each other.
We love each other. Oh,
and the story is it's stupid and gross and everybody hates it. Like that's the story. Willow's the only person that can't see how gross it is. An unlikely alliance is formed in an effort to rip the blinders off Willow. Her comment to Drew will face a grave test as we get deeper into the year.
We're going to have to see a little Willow. I was kind of thinking that Cameron Matheson was going to be taking a train pretty soon, but it's not looking that way.
No, he's going to stick around at least for this drama. I think Sonny's going to have a heart attack, says Daisy. Hello, Daisy. And yeah, I think he is too. East Coaster asks, did Lucas speak out of turn? Absolutely not.
No, I don't think he did.
No, I think he said what Michael should have said, honestly. And then Ava gets her out of there, and there's just all kinds of bonding, and we're Jerome tough. Bam, Bash Brothers.
Yep.
Sasha, 2025 preview continuing. Sasha charts a new course for herself and the baby she's carrying. The Scorpios and others coalesce to provide support, but she's determined to maintain her independence. That will prove easier said than done while working for the nosy Quartermains. And even more so when a request from Michael puts Jason in Sasha's path. Jason, go pretend to be this baby daddy. For his own part, Jason is thrust into uncharted territory when he must disappoint Sonny twice. And Carly's strengthening connection to Jack Brennan poses a slew of problems all of their own.
Sure.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
I do think there is a big Jack Brennan secret, though. I don't know what it is, but there's got to be a big Jack Brennan secret.
Yeah, Dex isn't dead, and he's been working for me the whole time.
Maybe.
That'd be so fun. All right. Ava Jerome and Rick Lansing.
I love them together. I do.
Ava's future is at stake when she allows Rick deeper into her life. But
Hmm.
someone ought to warn Ava that Elizabeth is never far from Rick's mind.
That's right. Elizabeth, when it comes, push comes to shove, Rick is going to be paying attention to Elizabeth. He's gonna just, even if she won't have anything to do with him, he don't swim far from Elizabeth. He never has.
Meanwhile, Ava's indelible connections to the Corinthos and Davis clans will either save her bacon or prove her downfall.
We'll see.
We will see.
We'll see.
Anna Devane. Just when she thought she was out, the WSB intrigue draws Anna back in. Just when I was out, they pulled me back
Hmm.
in.
Probably has something to do with Valentine.
Past is prologue when Valentin finds himself in deep trouble. Can
Hmm.
Anna pull him out and make up for her mistakes? She can do one or the other, but maybe not both.
Oh boy,
This
she's
is a
gonna
compelling preview.
be helping Valentine again.
This is compelling stuff. 2020, there's a plan for 2025, folks.
There is, huh?
There is
There got to be.
a plan.
Yep,
Emma Drake. It's a good soap name, Emma Drake.
it is.
Emma, as played by Braden Bruner,
Hmm.
is a live wire. More Scorpio Devane than Drake.
Yep,
She's got a
I believe
heart.
it.
She's got a heart of gold, but knuckles of brass. That's a good phrase. This is a good preview, folks. I'm sorry for being mean to Cindis early, but she was really negative all day.
I think that she's gonna. I think she's gonna continue to do Robin Hood-ish kind of things.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
I like it.
Her return to Port Charles means headaches and fun in equal measure for Jocelyn and the Scorpios, and Anna especially.
Oh, Aaron, after
Da-
grandma's skills are going to be tested.
Liz don't want Rick, says Daisy. That's for sure. That's for sure. I
No,
think that the only person in the canvas right now that would give Rick the time of day is Ava.
and they're fun together. I
And
like.
I want to continue to see Rick and Alexis bond, but not as like, ooh, we're gonna rekindle
Right.
our horizontal mambo. But I want to see an antagonistic friendship between the two of them, where they've developed like this weird mutual respect, but they still really don't like each other.
There was a time where Alexis and Sonny were just that.
So yeah, so I
And
think
it down that one time
like
that Christine
them
had.
decorating the for Christmas and stuff, that was a real fun scene.
It was a fun
It was a
scene.
fun
It was
scene with the
a super fun.
tinsel being dropped on each other
Yes.
and all
Yeah,
kinds of stuff there. That was good.
it
That was
was
good.
good. And I loved it. And what I loved about it too was, you know, not Molly didn't really have anywhere else to go. Not really.
No, no, no. She really
You
needs her
know,
parents right now because
she
they're
really needed her parents that night, and that what they did was the right thing. Because Christina had Sonny.
yeah.
They were having a wonderful Christmas together too.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Yeah, yeah, absolutely. Because Christina's got a huge Corinthos side of the family.
and
Molly doesn't
and
really, because Rick doesn't get along with him.
right, and Sam's not there anymore.
So really, Molly has Rick and Alexis, and that's what remains. Because she was like, I'm feeling too stone cold for you,
Mm.
TJ.
Yeah, unless that the two of them are able to repair their relationship, and they will eventually. But there's going to be more Molly Christina drama before they're not. When she
Mm-hmm.
goes up to Charlie's for a burger and sees that it's a Dallas, she's going to be pissed again.
Son of a bitch. The Quartermains 2025 preview, TVinsider.com.
Hmm.
The Quartermains are rocked when a certain employee's misconception takes on a life of its own. On another front, Tracy takes up arms against Drew. but he proves a formidable enemy, especially when he enlists Martin Gray's legal aid. Martin will prove a match for Tracy, perhaps in more ways than one.
I like it. I like it.
Well, you know,
I think Jane Elliott and Michael E. Knight look good on screen together. I do.
and since we're kind of stepping a couple of steps away from the comedy stylings of Martin Gray and into the more soap stylings of Martin Gray, there might be some legs there.
Yep.
Oh, Molly only had her mom, sisters, and the Ashfords. She's lost so much, says Chandra.
She has.
Laura. Laura's mettle as mayor, mother, and grandmother is tested. Her heart is full thanks to Lucky's return and Lulu's restoration. But wherever those two go, trouble follows.
There's always drama when those Spencer kids are around.
She'll get no respite in the office either. Port Charles' mayor faces crises on several fronts as Martin's shenanigans create conflict across the canvas.
I love it.
And much worse, Cyrus looks to take more victims. And looming over all is Jens Sidwell, whose resettlement in Port Charles poses a unique challenge for our mayor.
Doesn't it seem like they're not even looking for his butt and they know he's in town?
They don't know he's in town. They knew he was in town and then he left when Holly and Robert did.
But they knew he was on his way back. They knew that.
I don't think so. I think we know. And that's it.
Well, he's watching himself a Sasha, that's for sure.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe that'll be part of the reason why Jason needs to be around her.
Port Charles will need her level best. Still talking about Laura.
Mm-hmm.
And so will her old friend Sonny. They've had many ups and downs, more down than up recently. Will Laura be there for Sonny in his time of need?
Probably.
GH Horoscope continues.
And that's it? Is that it?
No, there's more.
Oh my gosh,
there's so much more.
Oh my
gosh. East Coaster says, did you see the very recent on-camera interview with Kimberly McCullough? I did not. What did you say? Was it anything interesting? Martin and Tracy, hells yeah, says Keisha. If they can put a man out on the moon, why not Tracy? Hey. Jack Brennan. The WSB does not put down stakes anywhere just cuz.
No.
Brennan is running a long-term operation. That's something I was thinking of too. Why would there be a WSB field office here if they weren't doing something?
Right.
One that will have life-changing impact on a number of residents.
Oh boy.
But his success is imperiled by something a seasoned cynic would never have anticipated. A genuine romantic feeling. Carly.
Oh, call for Carly.
His undoing. I'm thinking that we're going to get some sort of big, I'll just compare it to the Metro Court. I think we're going to get some sort of big Metro Court-like story in 2025 that Sonny's involved in and this, that, and the other thing. Maybe he's having ticker issues because they're going to do the Metro Court thing again and he'll have a heart attack like Alan. Lucky Spencer and Elizabeth Weber.
Well, in the afternoon.
We are beyond happy to have Jonathan Jackson back. Lucky and Elizabeth's romance is foundational to our vision of General Hospital. I think that's a good foundation to have, honestly. But they've been apart a long time. She may not be able to trust him with her heart, but she will trust him with her life.
Oh yeah, because he's a rescue ranger, isn't
he?
Oh
yes. Oh yeah. Well, you know, she's number one suspect right now too.
Yep.
And she'll have a good reason to as they team up to uncover the truth about Sam's death. Sparks will fly, but the closer they get to Cyrus, the closer he gets to them.
Oh, our Cyrus Renault is a bad guy again. He is gonna throw off his cloak, I have a feeling.
Jocelyn Jax. Jocelyn takes drastic measures to unmask Dex's killer. Doing so will bring her to a crossroads, and her choice will change her life forever. Thank you, East Coaster. They're going to put a link to the Kimberly McCullough interview on the YouTube page in the chat here in a moment.
Cool.
Trina Robinson and Kai Taylor.
All right, see, they're together already on the page.
Kai and Trina try to find common ground as the new year begins and the football season ends. As 2025 progresses, long-term plan, huh? They'll be confronted by burgeoning feelings, crises, intrigue, and adventure. That's exciting.
That is that they are going to widen out the character of Kai.
A conflict elsewhere on canvas will have Kai watching his back. But maybe by then Trina will be watching it for him. 2025 sounds real exciting. I'm very excited.
Trina is very resourceful.
I think that's why I got so irritated earlier. I felt the presence, like I saw the shape of my mouth and everything. That was my grandma coming out of me. Right then and right there. A few minutes ago, you know what I'm talking about. That was granny shit right there. I'm sorry for doing it, but that was granny as hell, and it's because I got annoyed.
It is granny.
Oh yeah, we just knocked that shit off then. Brooklyn Quartermain and Harrison Chase, our lovely couple.
Right now they're having some. They're going to go get tested, both of them. There, perhaps, maybe they're not sure, having some fertility issues.
Yeah, and I'm sure the doctor's going to be like, "So, tell me about your first pregnancy. Oh, I noticed a little scar tissue around your ovaries from your first pregnancy." I also, given a little look that she gave Chase, I think she knows that she was pregnant at once upon a time too, because he was something about like our first kid, and she was like, "Well."
I'm starting to begin to believe that perhaps she knows about the pregnancy and thinks the baby died.
That, or was given away, or something, but nothing makes her think it's Geo. That's for sure. Exactly. That'll be the surprise.
Yep.
Yeah. Brooklyn and Chase's marriage is tested by a medical setback. They'll be fine. A secret she's keeping. I had a baby before.
Yep.
And a secret being kept from her about her.
It's Geo.
But only one person can keep a secret, and even the Cerullos have lapses. The coming revelations will have profound impacts on Brooklyn and Chase's marriage, on the Quartermain, Cerullo, Falconeri, and Corinthos families. Corinthos families, huh, Dante?
Because more than, I think Sonny's known about it.
Maybe I'd known about it.
I think that's the reason why he paid for everything for Geo his whole dang life. Mm-hmm.
Meanwhile, Brooklyn and Lulu's mutual hostility makes a diplomat out of Maxie. But her attempts to strike a peace may prove no match for the long-standing issues between her two friends. Why another infertility? Why another?
And Maxie mentioned this. There was once upon a time where Maxie and Brooklyn couldn't stand each other too. Wasn't that long ago?
No, not that long ago. Why another infertility story so fast? What was the other infertility story?
Molly?
Because it happens a lot.
That's
people
true.
Have, like, honestly, I think that I've heard about people having trouble having kids far more than people just having kids.
Fair amount of people have trouble, that's for sure.
Yeah. So, plus because we needed to anchor Geo somehow, and it might not be infertility; it could be limited fertility. It could be, but it's gonna take a real long time for this to work. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and maybe we'll find out it's not Brooklyn. Maybe Chase ain't got no swimmers.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah, exactly. Could be very different. Could be very different. I mean, what was that? That was Lost. Lost did that.
Mm-hmm.
With Jen and Sun. And then Sun was pregnant. And she's like, "Oh crap, I gotta find out if I got pregnant on the Magic Island or before the Magic Island. Because if it was after the Magic Island, then it's possible that Jen is the dad, because it's the Magic Island that solves medical problems. But if it was before the Magic Island, I am F-worded."
Yeah.
She got pregnant on the island. And then both of those characters, spoiler alert, drowned at the end of the series. And now that kid grew up with her evil grandparents.
Yeah.
Or so we assume. We never found out.
We never found out.
Taiwan suggests it's limited fertility. Yeah, I forgot about the Molly thing. I did.
Yeah, I guess you did, huh?
Cyrus Renault. Cyrus's motives will become clear early in the new year, thank God. His hit list is growing, Felicia. Better hide.
I think Felicia's on his radar big time.
But if he doesn't take care, he'll find himself in the crosshairs. Lucy and Sidwell. Huh.
But you know what, though? That is his type, right?
Yes. Very much so. Thank you for posting.
Lucy is right up, yeah, because Holly was always playing ditzy when she was with Sidwell. She was always playing ditzy.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, and she's beautiful.
Yeah.
Lucy is sexy and beautiful too, and he's happy to be arm candy.
Awesome. All right, so we got the link finally posted in the chat, folks. If you want to click on that and read along, or just have this for you to read later.
Mm-hmm.
It's up to you. Lucy provides an entree to PC Society for Moneybag Sidwell. Oh, okay. So Sidwell's going to try to join PC High Society and needs himself some arm candy. But nothing is free with Lucy. She has designs to expand deception and will need more than Sunny's capital to make it happen. That's where Sidwell comes in. He alone possesses the resources needed to grow deception, and she's glad to avail herself for them, much to her partner's chagrin.
Mm-hmm.
But is their corporate angel just a devil in disguise? Just a devil in disguise. Cyrus needs to go. He doesn't need to go, but he's probably going to go. Cody Bell. Cody gets into more trouble with the law, but his reckless streak may ultimately prove financially and romantically rewarding. And he may prove a key role in what comes as Quartermain secrets come to light. Cody not going anywhere either.
Nope.
Portia, Curtis, Jordan, and Isaiah.
Mm-hmm.
The rift between Curtis and Drew widens, threatening to erupt into a full-blown war. Selena. Ooh.
Selena Wu coming back.
Selena Wu, huh?
Wow.
Selena strikes a deal that will have troublesome repercussions for the Ashfords.
Oh, I think she's going to take the club.
When faced with further trouble, Portia may find herself resorting to tactics similar to those she deployed against Heather Weber.
Wow.
A chance run-in makes a confidant of Isaiah. That's the full sentence. A chance encounter basically earns Isaiah a new friend. His budding relationship with Jordan is called into doubt when she undertakes a dangerous mission to rid Port Charles of a growing threat. Jordan back in the action.
Yeah, I like it.
Ooh. Lucas and Brad. Because, like I said 3 weeks ago on the podcast, folks, when you got one gay character, you can't just have one.
Nope.
Who are they going to date?
Who are they going to date?
We take our hats off to Van Hansis, who has breathed new pathos, humor, and authenticity into the role of Lucas.
He sure has.
There really has never been a recast that I have taken as Lucas ever. Not specifically, but like the recast who's like, now that's the character.
Right.
Van Hansis is now Lucas from the day he was born to today. Like, who? Sorry, Ryan Carnes. Who? Sorry.
Yeah, so he is Bobby, and yes.
This guy is
Bobby's
good.
kid.
This guy is so good.
Tony Jones Jr.
We look forward to developing Lucas's role at the hospital and in his family, and giving him giving his romantic life a shot in the arm. Brad aims to get back with Lucas, but Brad being Brad, he's prone to trusting more to his schemes than his own personal growth.
That's true.
One wrong move could
It's tendency
stop.
to make the wrong choice often.
Yeah, and instead of just like presenting a more evolved Brad for Lucas to fall for, he's going to try to trick him.
Yep.
Let me
Manipulate.
find this opportunity, like going to the thing together.
Yep.
One wrong move could stop their looming reunion in its tracks and leave Lucas vulnerable to advances of a handsome and mysterious stranger.
Oh, someone new's coming still.
And that's the end of the preview.
Really? You know, Natalia is missing.
No talk about Natalia at all.
No. What was that? Oh, folks.
I swallowed a duck. What can I say?
I guess we're just lucky it didn't come from the
Oh,
grid.
goodness. You know, okay, so I was doing a lot of controlled breathing. I was trying to do my announcer, read along voiceover voice, and I guess I just swallowed a little too much air while I was
I guess
trying to
so.
be very in control. Surprisingly enough, this actually takes a lot more abdominal control than throat control to do, because it really is more of a diaphragm manipulation
gosh.
than a throat manipulation, because otherwise I'm just talking to the exact same way, and this would be like my natural voice. It's a little more nasally, you know, it's a little more nerdy, it's a little more darking, but I can take that off by dropping the voice a little bit lower, but it constricts my stomach. It's very much an ab workout to speak in this way. And if you were to try to do this yourself, folks, you would experience the same sensations.
I sound the same no matter when you're talking to me.
Keisha goes, "No, Natalia. Yes, please."
Well, she wasn't in the preview that Matthew just read the bushy. No mention of her at all.
No,
Couldn't think of
no.
anybody else that was not in mention.
I mean, they pretty much called all of the contracted players out, didn't they?
But they didn't say that much about TJ.
No, they didn't say anything about TJ, really.
Mm.
So maybe they're going to be like the mysterious confidant, the new friend, the chance encounter. Maybe it's those characters.
Maybe, I hope so.
So let us know. Let us know in the chat, folks. Do you think that this is an exciting preview? Did you like what you heard? I promise that if you're like, you have to give me more in 2025, I will not tell you to turn the effing show off. I promise I'm only going to do that once per week, and I've already used it, so I won't do it again. Gosh. Let's talk with your friendly neighborhood cat lady says, "Oh, okay, he learned that from Lois." I don't know what you're talking about, but hey, if there's going to be a mentor out there, someone to look up to, someone to try to emulate, Lois Cerullo is a pretty good choice.
I like Lois. But Lois looks guilty, doesn't she? Everybody looks guilty
Well,
when they talk about babies.
She didn't.
Grandchildren.
I don't think that in a million years she ever thought Gio was going to move into the Quartermain house.
Mm-mm.
And now he's there, and now it's just real hard to do this.
Mm-hmm.
It's a lot harder to do this now.
Real hard to do this.
Especially since I see Chase and my daughter Brooklyn wanting a child and struggling, and I know that she's already got one.
Right.
Yeah.
And they've had those scenes too where Brooklyn is talking to Gio and kind of like a big sister, motherly advice kind of person.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
Yes. Gosh, they could just sense it in each other, can't they? Oh gosh, what am I gonna do, Olivia? I made the biggest mistake. What do you mean? I've been lying to Brooklyn for 21 years.
Where I think we're going to see Lois run over there to Sonny's house again too for a one-on-one chat, probably about Gio.
I want it. I'm ready. I'm ready for 2025. Bring it, GH. Bring it. That was a good preview. I'm excited for it.
Me too.
I think it's going to be good.
Me too.
I think it's going to be great. I think it's going to be great. Well, hey, you know, I spent 45 minutes reading that dang thing.
That took that long?
I feel like it did. I don't know if it actually did or not, but
What
because
is it?
I feel like I started at noon. Because I remember looking at the clock, being like, "We've been on for about an hour. I should do this before it gets too late."
Now we've gone on probably about an hour and 10, huh?
Yeah, yeah. I think we think you're right, Cat Lady. We think that also think that Lois handled the adoption and just never told Brooklyn that Geo was in town.
Mhm.
You know,
Or perhaps, they led, and this is cruel, they led Brooklyn to believe that her baby didn't make it.
something,
Something. I
something.
hope that's not the case. That's very cruel.
Yeah, there's something. There's something there. Gio and Emma are going to be interesting, especially when they have when you have Jocelyn, Trina, and Kai in the mix. Let's let them in Kelly's all the time, like we used to see Spencer, Emma, Jocelyn, and Cameron. I mean, that's where
And
we
how
see them a
we
lot anyway. So I think
and
we're
we
on there.
used to see, and not even, and since then we saw a lot of Esme, Trina, Spencer, Cameron, Jocelyn,
Yeah,
and Kelly's.
yeah.
So well,
Yeah, I think we're gonna see a lot of
every
them.
time Esme and Trina yell at each other
Oh,
in
and Kelly's.
in Kelly's.
Treen, come
Yep.
on, Treen.
Uh-huh.
Ugh, if she calls me Treen one more time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Knock the
Spence.
Spence at her.
Spence and Treen. Anyway, folks, that's been the show this week. I hope you had a great time listening. I'll reach out to Cindis later and apologize for being. I do feel bad, you guys. So, like, tell me I'm not a bad
Did
person
she
for.
jump off when you did that?
She hasn't said anything since, so probably.
Mm,
Well,
sorry.
sorry, Cindis, but also at the same time, like the show. Why are you coming in here to not like the show? This is a like the show podcast. Go to one of the I don't like the show podcasts and say that stuff. Anyway, Chandra says sadly it does happen. It just does. Thank you, Chandra, for your support. We're all human around here, right? That's not usually what you get from me, Mr. Matt. Sorry, Sean. Sorry, Cindis. Anyway, folks. That'll be it, folks. I'm done. What about you, Ma?
I think so.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have I'm going for early dinner out today.
Oh, okay. That sounds
Celebrating
exciting.
your sister's birthday one day early.
Happy birthday to my sister.
Birthday is tomorrow.
I hope it's a wonderful time. Tomorrow, I'm going to go back to work.
Are you?
Oh,
Have
yeah.
you go back to work already after you went home?
No.
Right? You did. No? No.
No, I wasn't feeling well.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Now you have to go back to work tomorrow, huh?
I do. I do. Daisy wants a Cassadine for Joss. We gotta uncover a Cassadine because we're running low. We're running low on Cassadine. So
You
we gotta.
never know.
Well,
You
Victor
never
and
know when there
Liesel.
might
You
be a
know.
Cassadine up the sleeve.
I had a child with one Liesel Obrecht. You see, his name is Buddy Cassadine. Well, have a happy new year, everybody. You enjoy your New Year's. I hope you had a great Christmas. I hope if you celebrate Hanukkah, I hope you enjoyed the last couple of days of that. If you're a Kwanzaa celebrator, I hope you're enjoying that. Whatever else that might be going on in December, I hope you
And
had
we're
fun.
you're probably gonna see us on New Year's Day.
Yeah, I mean, I don't. I'm it's likely. It's likely because we got to pick up some perfect tens and just talk about some of the cool things that happened during the year 2024.
Yeah.
So yeah, so folks, TV Insider. There was a link left in the chat if you want to go ahead and take a look at the preview that we read. Otherwise, don't. There's all kinds of reaction out there in Twitter land and social media world and stuff too. So if you want to find out what other people think, go find it.
Mhm.
You can follow us on Twitter. Oh, let me do the whole speech. Get out of the elevator, folks. Go on in the elevator. We'll go back down to the first floor. We're leaving the hospital, ducking, diving, hiding away from Jen Sidwell, who's looking for arm candy.
There he is.
Ducking, diving, weaving away from Cyrus Renault, who is lurking around with a face mask on and a vial of digitalis.
If there's any left.
If there's any left. I hear a little bit. But is it enough to save you, Sonny? I certainly hope not.
Boy, oh boy.
Tune your radios to previous episodes of The 10th Floor, which you can find on all of your favorite podcasting platforms. If you can't find it on your favorite podcasting platform, you can reach out to me on Twitter at 10th Floor GH, 10th Floor GH, and I will point you in the right direction. And while you're there, you give us a follow. Join the soap chatter that happens all week long. You could follow all of these links that Chandra is leaving in the chat right now, whether it's Buy Me a Coffee, whether it's Blue Sky, whether it's Instagram, all that sort of stuff. You can either search us out on Google, you can click one of these links right here.
Sounds good.
I think that's it.
Think that's it?
I think that's it. Well, speed off and go spend some time with your families. I've been Matt.
I've been Kat.
And we'll catch you maybe Wednesday, probably Wednesday, January 1st for Perfect Tens, and then also again on Sunday.
Don't forget on the first. Don't forget to get your pot of beans going with a good portion of black-eyed peas in there.
You need it for luck.
You sure do.
Look at that. Did you know that Mama Cat is a Posh ambassador? Check out her store at this link. Cassandra's amazing.
Yeah,
Get
you
yourself
are.
a skirt, everybody.
Gosh, Sandra.
Spend some time with your families. I've been Matt.
I've been Kat.
And we'll catch you next week right here on the 10th floor. Goodbye.
Bye.